Hey, this is Spencer Colgan. Just a quick video on wrapping wallpaper around curved or bullnose corners. If you do it wrong, you'll wind up being happy with your results before you quit for the day, when the next day you come back and there's wrinkles in your wall covering. Let me show you. So if you think about how a shirt fits on people of different body sizes, you'll get an idea of why wrapping wallpaper around a corner gives you different results. If you assume that this corner is consistent from top to bottom in its curved angle, in its straightness, and in its proportions from this side to this side with regard to how much coverage the wall covering takes to wrap around it, you would be making a mistake to make such an assumption that it's all consistent. A person who's slim who wears a shirt basically wears the shirt like so, without any wrinkles. But someone who has a gut starts stressing the shirt in such a way that it creates what looks like wrinkles right here in this rag. So a slim guy wearing a shirt will have a neat appearance without much wrinkles, right? But if he gets a belly here, it wrinkles up the shirt in other places of the body. Well, wrapping wallpaper around a curve, perfect point, look at that, creates opportunities for the wall covering to fail in its ability to wrap around the curve without getting wrinkled. Because like the heavy guy, his body is demanding more material up here or down there, etc., etc. And the curve, since we can't cut this curve, we've got to make sure that while it's wet, during installation, we don't blow it. And so we want to make sure that we don't take the smoother off of the surface while we're going around. This won't eliminate all of our problems, but it will reduce, to the extent that you are able to, all of the problems that can result from your failure to perceive this particular issue. All you can do is your best. And the way to do that, to maximize the beauty of this procedure, is to make sure that you don't lift that smoother off of the curve as you go around. If I just do this, it's a setup for a failure. You see that wrinkle there? See that? Very carefully get that out by simply keeping the pressure consistently around that corner. That's all you can do. Fortunately for me, I came back today after yesterday's installation of that corner, and there was a line here, right there, I pulled the wallpaper off, put some paste under it, and reworked it. And fortunately for me, it worked out. You see that? That's because the wallpaper is being stressed around this corner because of the differences of all those factors I indicated from top to bottom. I just wish you the best install. I'm sharing with you what I know could happen to you. So I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. You see, it's generally where it's going to fail, right in the center. You know, it's not the same wrapping it around, but here's the most important thing for you, all of you pros. You do this in someone's house. Okay? Do you understand what I'm talking about here? You do this in a house where you have a lot of money going into the product and the beauty of the place. You have to know how to articulate the issue here. This could look like a failure on your part if you don't know what you're doing, to be quite honest with you. So do what you can to get these wrinkles out, and then here's my advice to the pro. Call the customer and explain the physics of the issue. Not to sound like a know-it-all, but there is something physical going on here that has to be known, because a lot of people don't understand. They just want to see perfection, and you have to explain it. Fair enough? Fair enough representation to you? To show you that there are no excesses here. There are no wrinkles. Now, in all fairness to you, who are experiencing wrinkles, that doesn't mean that tomorrow when I come back, there's not going to be a wrinkle. But as the professional, I'm going to call my customer in and tell them that I wrapped their wallpaper around this bullnose perfectly. Now listen to this. In conformity with their imperfect bullnose. It's all you can do. What I tried to identify in this video are the things that you have to know in order to maximize the chances of success. Okay? You might be dealing with a bullnose that you can see, the edge of it that you can see. It's like raised up, and you have to go around it. Well, if anything's raised up, it's going to knock the wallpaper out of whack. I hope everyone understands what I'm talking about. Let me just demonstrate it one last time, please. Why is this rag flat on the table? This one. Why is it flat? Because it's lying down on a flat table. Now, let's take my keys and put them under there. I'm going to exaggerate the issue. Watch this. Watch watch this, please. Just bear with me. Because you'll understand by the demo the issue, what's happening. Now watch this. You see how the edge of the wallpaper? Let's bring it right to the edge. Okay, watch this. This is the perfect demo. Don't move this thing. What happened? Why isn't it meeting up? Why doesn't this come here? Because my surface is no longer consistent underneath this rag to give me the straightness that I had before I put the obstacle in there. If your bullnose is sticking out slightly here, and you won't see it, oh no, this was an exaggeration. If your bullnose comes out a 3/16 of an inch here, and in the middle bows in, guess what? You're going to have this. Now, before I let you go, let me demonstrate this one last time with a laser level. Perfect case in point. Perfect case in point. We all agree that the laser level is going to give us a perfectly plumb line. That's a given in this issue. Do you see the laser here? Follow it up. What's happening? Why is it ducking around there? Oh my gosh, it disappeared. Wow. Wow, what happened? Does everyone understand what I'm talking about here? If my laser line is straight and it's here, if this corner is perfectly in line with what's here, then we would have a laser line consistent with the one that you see at the bottom, going up. But you don't have that, because your bullnose isn't consistent, but your wallpaper is a flat surface whose edges are parallel to each other. And therefore, it's a square item wrapping around a corner that is far from being proportionately correct. Certainly not square, right? We wouldn't refer to this as square, but it's not proportionately consistent in its curvature up and down. Therefore, you will get not only an edge that is not plumb, and I'll prove it to you in a moment. How could you get an edge that's plumb when we couldn't get this to be straight? Okay? So here's what you do. You get armed with knowledge, okay? Arm yourself with knowledge, and then do the best you can for your customer in knowing what's happening. You don't want to be coming in the next day and have your customer tell you what's happened. No. You need to know what the issue is beforehand, okay? Now, I'm going to guess, since our middle showed a bow, meaning that it goes in the middle. I'm going to say that part of this goes in. That's my guess. Wow, that looks pretty good. Look at that. Oh, I'm missing. I'm a little blind. Okay. This is, I was right. This line is touching the wallpaper. But look here. Do you see the space there? I don't think you can see that space, can you? There you go. Now you can see it. And although you might say it's slight, and certainly it is, I'm going to shimmy my wallpaper in and out of this inconsistency. But you would agree that that line, that green line, is on the wallpaper there, right? But up here, what do we have? We have a space, right? So we know that this pulls the wall covering, and because it goes in here, right? That would make it longer over here, so it comes out. This is coming out, pulling the wallpaper this way. The end result and the point of this video is that it's not a 90-degree angle, and you're going to be dealing with wrinkles on the corner unless you make sure that you consistently smooth the product over the curvature, because you will maximize your chances of success. If you leave it with glue under it and you're sloppy with your smoothing, you're going to pay for it the next day. You're probably going to have to take it off and do a better job. And then you might have a disaster on your hands. That's my spiel. Okay? Does anybody need to see that played out a little more consistent? Let's take the green line and bring it just, the left of the green line will be right on the edge of the wallpaper. You agree? Okay, you see how the edge of the green is touching the edge of the wallpaper? Watch this. At the very top, you can see that it's not touching at all. And that in fact, the green line here, which is on this side of the wallpaper, actually switches to the other side. Check it out. You see? So you understand. I'm just trying to demonstrate. So you really get what's happening here. And no, it's not your fault. It is not your fault. Major mistake of new paper hangers is to blow all of the problems onto yourself instead of blowing them away from yourself and blaming it on what's actually happening. And we don't play a blame game. Professionals don't do that. What you say is, ma'am, sir, this is the issue. I'm here, I'm an expert. I'm going to use every procedure to combat the ill effects of this imperfection. But please understand that tomorrow, when this dries and the paste gives up the air and sucks the wallpaper to the wall, we may have a little bit of a vein, we call it. A little vein. It looks like the vein in your arm. See that? See that vein? Yeah. See those veins? So you might have a vein, and guess what? If it's just slight, live with it. Look at how beautiful that looks. Okay? Okay, thanks for watching. Hey, do you like the video? Don't go. Click on like and subscribe to my channel. Please click on like and please make a comment. That draws traffic to my videos. It gives me a little incentive to keep doing them. You know, these take time away from my family, etc. I'd like it if you just make a comment because it helps me on my channel. Bye.